and welcome to the Unspoken Lukendotwa. Today we're discussing social media, and I know you're wondering why social media. Social media is one of the things that has been trending and has been one of the things that has kept people occupied, especially during these times that we are in. And we're asking the question, is it really causing more harm than good, or what really is the impact of social media on our generation and the past generations?
Because as we all know, social media is a very, very powerful tool, but I feel like a lot of us aren't using it in the right ways. So really, is it causing more harm or is it causing more good? Because there's a lot that it can be doing.
I don't know what to say. I don't want to sound hypocritical. Obviously, I'm not using it for the best thing sometimes. But if you think about it, kids nowadays, they really don't know the effect of social media on their lives. They don't see it till like later. We chose social media for this episode because we know the things other teenagers go through. We've been through it. So we want them to hear our point of view. But then, okay, imagine if a elder person comes to me and tell me about social media, I'm like, you'll lose harm. But if you come to them, maybe they will understand and, try to fix things.
Mr. Dawa, before we get into it, I mean, just look at him. We already know who we have here today. This is the most controversial person we have in Gambia. And I think before saying his name, we need some drum rolls right now. Welcome, Mr. Momodu Sabali. So, Mr. Momodu Sabali, can you please tell the viewers more about yourself and what you do, sir?
Well, thanks for having me. I don't know what makes you think your viewers don't know me.
Buzz!
I'm Momodu Sabali. I'm an economist, an author, motivational speaker, politician,
Everything.
father, activist.
You name it.
Everything except an activist, because I'm not an activist.
You're not an activist.
Yes, I just speak the truth.
Are you sure?
Limau.
Absolutely.
Fair enough.
Mr. Sabali, what do you think about social media? As a father, do you think the effect it has on kids?
And somebody that has a big social media presence.
Thank you.
Well, I think it's just like fire. It's a good servant but a bad master. It depends on how you use it. I see a lot of good in it.
To be honest, I feel like the approach that he took was very, very fair, because he said, and I love the term that he used. He said, it's like fire. You can cook your food with it, or it can burn down your house. And that's exactly what it is, because it's an amazing tool. And if you use it correctly, you'll be going in the right places. But if you fail to use it the right way, it can be detrimental.
And I think it just reflects what's happening in our real life to some extent. Because we feed social media with content.
That's right.
So that's coming from us. Unfortunately, what I think we all should agree on is social media is a distraction, even if you're using it for good. Yeah, it is
Distraction as in like what sense? In how?
It just distracted you right now. In fact, I'm sure your mindset is on social media right now. Just by talking about it.
That's because the topic is social media.
The topic is social media.
So you've come from reality right now onto social media realm just by mentioning it. The fact is, whether you are at work, you are an imam, you are a mother, you are a president, at some point your mind goes to social media.
But what if social media is your source of income?
I think the problem is people do not understand the use of social media, and therefore why they feel like there's more bad than good on social media. Honestly, to me, I feel like there's more good than bad. There's much more good things that you could be doing with social media other than fighting every day, slay queen every day, restaurant every day. How do you expect to benefit? How do you think social media is going to be good? If every day what you're doing is posting food and, jumping up and down, slay queen, anyhow. You think social media is going to benefit you if that's all you do on social media? You're kidding yourself.
Is that a distraction?
Even if it is your source of income, it becomes a distraction, because at some point, you'll forget about your business and go check what fight is going between the two of them.
But
it has a distracting element to it.
That I would agree. But as a whole, no, it's not distracting.
Well, if it's like what it is for most young people, it's your main thing, then school becomes a distraction. That's also true.
That's if you
It has consumed people's
The lack of
life
balance.
to an extent where, for some people, social media is the thing. Then your work and your family.
They don't
is
think
the
social media has a negative effect.
Yeah, and I also want to
Many
know where
gamers
we
don't
all
know.
stand. So,
What
Dabo,
do
do you
you-
think?
They don't know that social
Really?
media has a negative effect.
Really?
I think some.
Our
They know,
children
they
are
just-
failing
They know,
in
they know.
school and
Because of
social
social
media
media.
has a big part to
Yeah,
role
but
in
to
doing
them, they
that.
don't think
It's
social
even
media
bringing
is
down
very
our
easy.
morals at some level. I see
Ah,
girls
big time.
undress on Instagram just to get likes. It's horrible.
And
True.
the insecurity
Yeah,
issues
true.
and everything.
Yeah,
Social media is like a highlight.
Social
Like football,
media,
right?
exactly.
You
Yeah.
see them when they're posting Messi on YouTube. Do you think they will show when Messi is tackled? No, when he does something good.
That's
so
when
no
they
one
show
will
it.
go on social media and
Yeah.
post
True.
something bad. Okay.
Of course, it happens. It happens.
Yeah, it's the best
They will
version of
post their
everybody.
best
Exactly.
moments.
Right.
So someone
But-
someone will see them and be like, okay.
But all these things we're posting sometimes, it's our actual selves.
I think social media is a good thing to me because I use it for a lot of different purposes. Number one, to laugh, because I get my entertainment there from social media. I learn a lot from social media. I showcase my talent on social media. I actually get to interact with my friends on social media.
Yeah, but then someone else who's not going through that will be like, okay, why is he going through this and I am not? If I just go and
But
come
that boils back down to the same point that social media requires a lot of knowing yourself, knowing your worth.
self-worth, exactly.
Because if you step into the social media space not knowing yourself, not being grounded culturally,
Exactly.
not understanding
get
your
lost.
values,
You get lost.
you will get lost.
You get
It's
lost.
And
a
I
false
believe that's
reality.
everything.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it's a false reality. What you're seeing and what's actually happening is not true. It's
Mm.
like, it's just false perceptions, Dad.
Right.
Man, I just want to hear the school aspect when he said
Right.
the kids are failing.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think now the main reason is because of social media?
Absolutely. It's,
Big part
it's,
of
it's
it.
amplified.
But there are kids that are failing
a
without
student-
phones.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Some
actually
kids are
believe-
failing too without phones.
Yeah.
They don't even have.
But
like, they're not
most
exposed
people
to the media.
Most people are failing. because of
And
phones.
that's the destructive element I'm talking about. Don't get me wrong. There's some good going on
Yeah,
on social media.
Right.
We see for young people generally who believe in a particular cause, they are using it to amplify their voice.
Yeah,
to
noble
Right.
causes,
talk against
NGOs.
some crisis in society
Right.
as well. That's happening. But for the Gambia in particular, and I think Gambian social media is different from any other social media.
Also,
It's a very
Because I have
Funny
friends
space.
The Gambian
from
media,
different
that's it.
countries, and I see their social
That's right.
media. Gambian social media can be really rough.
very, hey,
It can be really rough. And especially post 2016. Because I have a young mentee who complains now that Gambian social media is now all politics. Before 2016, it was about slay queens, and so for him, it's politics. Yes. That's
But
true.
what do you have to say about slave queens that will post pictures of them in restaurants, 5-star restaurants, and when you go back home, you're eating bread and butter?
Well, I am not a feminist, let me make that clear.
You know, am I, baby?
But if you say about slay
I am
queens,
maybe.
what's the what name do you give to the male counterpart of slay queens?
Slay kings now.
Slay Kings.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They call them slay kings?
Slay Kings.
The boys also do it.
Yeah, bad men.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you wear your friend's shirt.
oh, the fake leg. Don't even get me started.
Even though the female, I think they are more susceptible to it.
Yeah, exactly.
But it just shows, I think there's an element. I don't see a problem with you having a nice dress, taking a picture
And showing it
of
off.
and posting it.
Posting
No
it.
problem.
Occasionally. But if you think your whole life is about that, then you don't even understand yourself. And that's where the problems come in. And it goes from wearing a nice dress to show to undressing yourself, like I said, and putting it on Instagram because these young men will only like those pictures.
And like
Sorry,
even in
wait,
reality,
wait,
even
wait,
in
wait,
reality,
Coming to my head, but I don't
It's
say
true.
And now, you see how men were pointing at this young man?
If the young men didn't like it,
I don't
boo-boo,
mind.
they
I don't
wouldn't
mind
be
the young
posting
man
it.
part. It's the pointing part.
At
Which
the
one?
point, I swing
Yeah, you're the two men. You're the two
so
men, yeah.
so actually
But-
referring to me.
Like,
I don't know about him, but me, I'm not part of that.
But
No, I'm also not part. Like I don't even
Why-
fall
why
for
you
that.
stuttering? Just go on.
No. Come on, come
let's
on.
zoom into one of the major issues that stem from social media, and that's insecurity.
Yeah, that's so true.
Do you think insecurities pop up because we do not have, as young people to talk to us and say, listen, I know you're going through this. We don't have people to relate to as per, okay, this person has clear skin, I don't have clear skin. And if I went to my mom and told my mom, oh, I feel a little bit down because I don't have clear skin, she's going to ask me, what do you mean?
No, I think since they haven't gone through what we're going through right
Exactly.
now. Social media, at this point right now, this is the
Right.
first time it's happening.
True.
So they don't actually know how bad social media can
So
be.
does this then come to the point that parents do need to get involved with their children's social media life to some extent?
Their whole
Exactly,
life
yeah.
is social media.
And their whole life as you need to understand what exactly your child's needs are. You need to understand why exactly your child is going on social media. You need to understand how your child feels whenever they log in and out of social media. No, you can't control that.
You have to control
But
it.
if
You
you
can't
try and
control
control them though,
No,
the
you
second
can't-
that
you
you're
can't
not there to
control your
control them,
child.
When you control
No,
it,
if there's this level of trust in between, trust me, that
right?
your child will go
Exactly. So
overboard.
then there's no need for control.
Well, if you are
there
at
has to be that
home
trust
and
there.
there's Wi-Fi at home, you can control when they go online and when they go
Exactly.
offline.
yeah.
I mean, you can control,
You
but
turn on
how
Friday,
much?
you turn on Sunday.
Okay, so when the child goes outside, the
Maybe
child
not
doesn't
even
have.
that, no, but if the child is going to school,
Right.
I don't expect a girl in school to be sitting in front of her teacher and going online. So she goes online on the way to school, break time. When she comes home and you restrict the amount of time he or she spends online, that's going to help.
For sure.
You sure?
I'm not saying control as if going to log in to
Yeah, I
see.
thought that when you said control,
nothing-
that's where my
nothing-
head went.
nothing-
But
I'll
just
just
the
leave it
time element, because I mean there have been studies, the psychological effect of even if you are doing a good thing online, it has an effect on you.
True.
So online presence needs to be controlled. I mean, I use iPhone and iPad, and I'm glad that I have these weekly reports to remind me of how much time I'm
Screen
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
Yeah,
Screen time.
screen
It's good.
time.
It's good.
because it has health effects,
Right.
both physical and psychological. I'm even more bothered about the psychological.
Oh, psychological.
Like the issues you're saying, you're
Right.
online, looking at all these nice pictures, you don't even know it's just because their camera filter is stronger than yours.
True, true.
And you're feeling depressed because everybody looks
Okay,
finer
yeah.
than you.
But you're one person that's on social media a lot, if I may say.
Yes.
And
Yeah, he is.
what's your say on cyberbullying? It's one of the big issues on
Oh
social
yeah,
media.
cyberbullying is
And it's happening here right
It
now.
happens to
It
young
happens.
people and it's happening with the adults as well.
It's
happened
really
to me.
bad, but it has taken a new dirty dimension
Right.
that I think everybody should speak against, whether it's affecting you or
Or not, exactly.
Especially this despicable act of exposing nude pictures
True.
of mainly female, it has happened to a
Uncivilized.
male as well. It's bad to expose somebody's nude pictures regardless of the problems you have with that person,
True.
because you're not just affecting that person, you're affecting the family.
The family, exactly.
But what happened recently that actually accentuated the need to condemn this was this Photoshop business.
True.
Just take somebody's else's private
Face.
body parts, connect
Picture,
it to
yeah.
their face,
Yeah.
and that's really, really bad because we live in a society where, for instance, an old woman in Badibu, if she sees a picture of my face on nude thing, and I'm explaining Photoshop, does she know what
She doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. She doesn't know what that is.
I
By its
think this
facts.
needs to stop. It's really horrible.
Yes,
it's
yeah.
despicable.
That's right.
And if
Inhumane
you
all that.
enjoying it,
You
just
know.
know that tomorrow might be your turn.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I think everybody should speak against this.
And people are doing it because they see that it's entertaining some people.
True.
They're exposing people
It's
because
beyond entertainment.
Yes.
I think there's
Yeah,
a-
exactly.
Yeah,
Because even if you
Let's go
check
online.
the shared
If you
room,
see someone bullying a particular person and like Queen intervenes, they be like, for one. To them, it's like joking. It's like they're joking with that person. That person might take it too hard.
Exactly.
I think we just need conscientious people. Like
But-
if
and then Anna, you remember like the shade room when they
Yeah,
But some
started
people need to
posting,
grow.
I remember
tough
their followers
skin.
grew. Like people are supporting this.
yeah,
They're supporting this
People need
cyberbullying.
to grow tough skins. It's hard, but this is why I'm saying if you're not ready for social media, don't hop
Don't
on
go
it.
for it.
But then
Because you need tough
there's
skin
also
on
like
social
a
media.
mental health aspect of social media.
That's what I'm talking about.
People throw it under the rug like it's not important.
I don't think there's anything like I don't think anybody is ready for the kind of despicable things they do to people. I don't care how strong you are. If people are ready
No matter
for
how
it,
thick your skin
and
is.
your family is not, this is just bad. And I think even this sleeping government, and I said the sleeping government, needs to come up with some kind of policy against this because it's
True.
really bad.
yeah.
Exactly.
It's just unfair.
Because you never know who's behind it.
But
that's
some
the worst part
people
of
will
it.
laugh when other people are being bullied. And when they're being bullied, they don't want people to laugh.
Laugh at
What's
them,
that type
exactly.
of
Nobody
thing?
can laugh.
What's that type of
Everybody
thing?
quiet.
Well, I saw that back and forth when certain people complained and
Right.
others said, well, you were enjoying it. when they
Exactly.
were
You were
doing it."
doing
Even
it to
sharing the
somebody
post,
else.
posting it on your own story.
So
And that was
for
happening
me,
to
So it
you.
was like
it's
karma
just a
happened.
teachable moment.
Yeah.
Those who are suffering now and those who were enjoying it before, that we should all learn that this can happen to anybody. And it's not a pretty experience.
I just want to emphasize on the youth that they don't know how it might sound hypocritical, but to be honest, social media as a student is not the best. I don't know how to say it.
I mean,
Queen, think about, don't.
Land,
It could be
land.
very bad, Queen.
It can be.
it
can be
but
bad.
that's
But-
not
And then you have no
Everything.
one behind your ear telling you, oh, this is how, if you do it like this, it's okay.
Do you really firmly believe that social media is one of the reasons why young people are distracted? Do you believe so?
Absolutely, without a
Do you
doubt.
think it's a main reason?
Absolutely. without a doubt.
There's more factors than that.
Like what?
Exactly.
How many
because-
of our young people are on Instagram?
Practically
And-
everything.
Most of
Practically
them.
But how many of
Most
them?
of them.
Most students in
Majority.
Combo are on IG.
Yeah, in Congo, yeah, but going
That's
like to the rural areas, I don't
Trust
think.
him, he knows a lot.
Exactly. I know a lot. Listen.
That's straight.
Yeah, but then one thing that kids should understand is only because you see a particular person living a particular life in a different country,
Different
mean-
you're
world,
feeling
exactly.
left out.
Right.
It's like if you know that you are like that, and you've. No, I'm not saying this in a rude way, but just you know what
Hamza
your
Baba
worth.
si jamu ya la boka.
Exactly. So
Cut
kids
your
should
coat
know how-
according to your size.
But yeah, I have a question for Mr. Saban here. Right now, mental health, people keep throwing under the rug. I don't
Under
like
the
that.
bus. Right.
Because it's very important. So if you look at it, insecurities all end up leading to anxiety.
Anxiety,
Depression.
depression, and everything else.
It's out there, but people keep.
Even suicide.
Suicide. Right now, go to pick a parent. Depression.
Lot of distress.
Exactly.
What are you
Exactly,
stressing
yeah.
about? Do you have bills to pay?
And social media is playing a big part in that aspect of kids'
Man.
life nowadays.
But we go on a short break, and when we come back, we've got more to say.
Tough Africa Global presents the new Tulip Gardens, strategically located in Jambanjeli, off the new Sikuto Jabang Highway. Tough Tulip Gardens is set to comprise of finished 2 to 4 bedroom houses and service plots in sizes ranging from 220 to 570 meters square. Unique features include water and electricity infrastructure, solar streetlights, all-weather roads, and scenic gardens. Deposit as low as $83,600 is only. We offer flexible payment plans, a 10-year mortgage plan with a 25% equity down payment in partnership with GT Bank, Trust Bank, and EcoBank, or an 18-month interest-free payment plan with only 20% deposit on the service plots. For more information, please contact 376-2333 or 776-2333 or visit our offices at Madiba Mall at Tough Bluefoot Gardens Estate opposite 5-Star Hotel.
asalaamaaleykum mbokki Gambia mbokki Sénégambia waa Empire ma yónni ci yéen mbokki Gambia ñu ne yéen a leen lebal ker ñu fay leen tamit moo waral nag ñu wàññi mboolem bagage bu ñu am biir Empire wàññi nañ toogu yi yëpp wàññi nañ toogu yi te toogu yi different kind of toogu lañ am ak different size ci toogu saal boo am amal nañ la toogoom cabinet boo am amal nañ la toogoom kon nag mbokki Gambia ñëw leen biir Empire ñu ñëw nag ci dining table yi dining table yi jeeg ñaa ngi nii lii mooy dining table yi jeeg ñi te dining table yi dafa àndaa ay bagaasam yoo xam ne moom lañ laa jaayaale mu àndaa ak dining bi ak ay bagaasam dining bi li lay ànda moo lii moo ànda soo buggee télé boo mun a bugga saay sam bu bu emamaay ba ca toppa ak beneen ba toppa ca télé boobu soo ñëwee biir Empire fii di nga ko am kapet boo bugga Empire nga ko am different size ka kapet lañ leen amal façon yi kapet boo bugga soo duggee fee biir Empire da nga ko am ñoo leen biir Empire loo leen bugga soo ñëwee Empire di ngeen ko fi gis price boo leen am di ngeen ko fi gis asalaamaaleykum
The development of our Dalaba estate commenced in November 2018. Today, Dalaba comprises of over 350 affordable and quality homes with fenced and gated service plots. The estate boasts features such as surfaced dressed roads with interlocking bricks, solar street lights, and beautiful landscaping to be further complemented with 1,500 fruit trees. With accessibility to water and electricity, fenced service plot owners continue to develop their properties. Over 90% of the estate has been completed and handed over to their respective owners within a period of 24 months. TAF Africa Global has transformed a 20-hectare undeveloped plot into a fully functional residential estate, housing families comfortably. TAF Africa Global. Our experience is global, our focus is Africa. For information on any of our current and future developments, please call +220 776 2333 or 376 2333.
Welcome back to the Unspoken. So before the break, Dabo was asking a question. I don't know if he was trying to elaborate on the point.
To clarify, before the youth and my generation come at me telling me that I'm against them, I'm just saying the truth. Obviously, there are advantages in social media. You can connect with different people.
Exactly, all over around the world.
Different things on social media, sports, education. But Mr. Savage is saying that is the biggest distraction right now. Do you think there's a good part?
Yeah, I think it actually depends on how you use it.
Absolutely, there's a good part to it, and that's why I started
as a student,
off
not
with
like for a person.
fire analogy. It can help you cook your meal.
So
If you are
Careless.
Bianca, who is not very smart, that same fire can burn your house. So, I mean, I use social media to educate and inspire. I have at least 1 or 2 platforms just based on inspiration and motivation. First thing I do every morning is to post an ayah of the Quran. I know of imams who up country now, they go on social media live to do their khutbahs. You know, I have a friend who's an imam in Ireland. He does his khutbahs on social media. There are those good aspects. And I actually speak of young people who are interested in particular social issues, using it to amplify their voice, and they're having an effect on government policy.
So which platforms do you use?
So there are those good aspects for it. But I'm still saying, despite that, our young people are using social media too much, and I believe the degeneration in school results right now is partly to do with social media, because if you're spending too much time on social media, you're not using enough time on your studies.
Now,
it's definitely going to affect
for the
your
pandemic,
grades.
they're using the social media.
Social media.
No, but do you think if our media structures were set up right, young people would be spending as much time as they do on social media?
No, it's not about the media. I think she touched on it a little bit of bringing up young people to actually know and value themselves.
Right.
It has more to do with that. If you're not well grounded culturally, psychologically, morally, you know, your behavior is not going to be good. And if it goes on social media, it's going to amplify it. And we know young people, as teenagers especially, we are wired to imitate. Human beings imitate general, but as a teenager, you know, you're more likely to be affected by people, we call it peer pressure.
Yeah.
Peer pressure,
But
exactly.
If you see your peers behaving in a certain way on social media, the tendency for you to copy it is easier. When I was in high school, if my peers are behaving bad in Basel, it doesn't affect me. Just the people of Lamin affect me. But now on social media, they do, what's the bad dance that school was doing? It was not Gambia High, I'm sure it was not my school.
You should dance as
But
There's this dirty dance that the students were doing.
Boo, I do not know about that dance, but I feel like it's very, I can picture the dance. Someone dancing somewhere, someone have someone. I can picture it. I always you people. I can picture it. I know what they're talking about. I don't know.
if
Come on, you know about it. Don't pretend you don't know.
No, I do.
Let's discuss the issues.
I haven't seen it.
You didn't see it. You
I
didn't
haven't
see
seen
it.
it.
You didn't hear about it.
It's
Nah,
probably
it's
on
which school?
Facebook, and I don't use Facebook.
We had schools
school was it?
I mean, I don't know which.
I will not
school.
put, even if
But
I
there's some
even if I
dirty
heard
dance
about it,
that
I
was
will not
going on. I'm
point to a
just
school.
giving it as an example.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it happened outside social media era, it will not affect other students. But now
Right.
it happens. It's on social media. Other students might copy it.
Fear of
But-
missing out.
That's
Do
right.
you
You
feel
know-
like it's consuming us more because it's more accessible, or do you think there's more to it? Is it deeper than that?
I'm saying accessibility has a role in it.
Yeah.
The widespread accessibility of internet definitely is powering social media, bringing it closer to people.
So you think as a student, they will do better without social media?
Well, the point is, I'm not gonna pretend to try to be idealistic here just in my mind assume that students will be on social media. Now, our role here is to put out the facts there that this has a good side, but it has a bad side
too.
And not keep ignoring the bad side.
Exactly, but good or bad, the less time you spend on it, the better for you.
But how do you expect students to spend less time on it when if I go on TV, all I see is someone singing and dancing? Any channel you go to, 95% of the channel, somebody is singing or dancing. Like, I do not understand. Like, can we be serious, please? Like, can I have a political platform on the show? Can I have someone speaking about my country on the
watch
TV?
a political show?
I do.
Yes, I think some of the TV stations also have it.
The thing is, a lot of these TV stations, everybody's dancing and singing. Everybody's just dancing and singing. So what?
I don't think singing and dancing is necessarily bad.
It's too much.
My Jesus out there. I like it.
It's not just about even being too much. Singing and dancing can be therapeutic. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's too much.
Because music is a.
But this is
It's
where
a
I
form of
agree
healing.
with you. The kind of music that's being played on TV is affecting the behavior and morals of.
Exactly.
It's like I heard a particular music
That's right.
group here just had 1 million views.
Right.
It's mainly because the girls in the video are
When they're new.
badly dressed. So
Exactly.
what happens next moment you see it on Insta? Because that girl who exposed her nakedness on a music video became a celebrity. The girl in Kiang also wants to be a celebrity. She goes.
My big question is.
Talking too much bad things about social media.
No, but one big thing I want to ask
But it's
is.
working for some people.
Tell us the good
exactly,
things.
it's
No,
working.
it's a free platform. Tell us the good things.
Okay, people can promote their business on social media.
Yes.
How you
And their
have
talents too.
10,000
Because
followers.
now you have range to.
Their
How you
talents
have
too, exactly.
10,000 followers and you're not getting paid?
Not
Like, tell me how.
They don't
how to
know.
use
They don't know the value and it's paining me. Because,
What she means is, in the Western side, you have a lot of
A
followers.
lot of followers. Yeah, they
You
pay
get
you
bags
for the
of
Come
content.
to you promote their
You promote their
business.
And you
business.
can get
Exactly.
money.
But Gambians don't know
they
that.
use it to fight.
They don't know.
With the slay queens.
Post pictures, their
paining me.
stories,
No.
and all
But
that.
like I said, you can also promote a noble cause, NGOs, GoFunds account to people that are hungry.
Well, some are doing that, yeah.
Yeah, so
Thing is-
there's good sides
Look
as
at all
well.
these
Thing
movements
is-
that have happened this year. And it's all because of social media.
If society wants young people to drift away from social media, set up structures that make them drift away from social media. It's possible.
Right now.
If TVs were set up right, if there were parks to go to, if there were places to go to in this country, you think I'll be on my phone?
I think,
will.
no, well, when you go to the park, what's the first thing you do nowadays?
Enjoy.
Take
Take a
pictures.
selfie.
Yes, exactly.
But at least you're
does that
not
most of
spending
the
your time. You're not spending your time looking at somebody else's
Well, I
flawless
agree
skin.
with
Yeah, she has a point.
In this country,
Yeah.
we have a problem of recreational space.
Thank you.
A slay queen can go to a park and take a selfie, but you cannot be playing football and taking a selfie. You cannot be playing basketball.
Exactly.
You cannot be doing track and field events, but
Exactly.
they're practically non-existent. Even the few that we have, they are overcrowded, they are badly kept.
Yeah.
Our stadium is the worst in the
Hey,
world.
let's not even.
The whole world.
Absolutely.
That
without doubt.
stadium,
The whole world.
it
Without a
angers
doubt.
me.
Why do you say
Hey, we
so?
still pick the
Show
ball.
me something
Relax.
worse than it, and I'll agree.
I'm sure there's worse.
My evidence is there, but I'll go see it.
Well, that's where I come from. You're trashing my stadium.
Well, luckily it's not called Bakau Stadium, it's called Independence Stadium.
Independent Stadium. But
You don't have to.
But like I was
it's in
saying,
my homeland.
what do you think about the connectivity of social media? Do you think that for kids to have, how will I say this, like to be able to talk with different people in different part of the world, do you think that's good or that's bad?
Well, it depends on who they are talking to.
I feel like it's bad.
Well, it
No.
can't be entirely bad.
yeah, exactly.
Now,
It's good.
for instance,
It's good, yeah, exactly. Because
a lot
imagine
of
that
these
if you travel
funerals
now.
that I attend, I get the info on social media.
Yeah.
See?
And that's a good side. I know I have children who live outside the country.
That's right.
Every morning I go to Insta just to see what my son is doing.
But then again,
That's a positive thing, because I want to keep up with what they're doing.
What they're doing, that's right.
I have kids here, some of my kids in America, they connect through Messenger or WhatsApp. That's good. What is bad and dangerous is having minors on social media connecting with people who are adults outside of this kind of geographic zone. Even if they are here, we know that pedophilia is a reality.
That's right.
in our time. So those concerns are genuine. So I think from what you say, our mainstream media has a role. Let them check what kind of content they're putting out.
They put in there, that's
But we
right.
can even use mainstream media to educate young people about the pitfalls of social media.
So you think
Because
social
this
Okay, so
is-
Queen, you were saying?
should be only used for educative purposes?
Sorry?
I mean,
Also for entertaining purposes.
All work, no play makes Jack a dull boy. There
Exactly.
needs to be some fun aspect in it.
just
But
asking.
I'm sure we all watch ST's latest Jato on social media.
Obviously, he's
Yeah, I
the
did.
best Gambia.
And ST is not complaining about social media because it's helping him promote
Exactly,
his-
it's happening a lot of people
Yeah,
grow.
exactly.
And
As
of
much
course,
as it's-
even this show is going on social media. So
Exactly.
why are you complaining?
no, we're
We're not
complaining because
it's just a lot of people, they're not utilizing it for the right reasons.
reasons.
Social media is amazing. You can literally get paid for each post that you post, but I feel like a lot of people, they're getting involved with it for the wrong reasons. They're getting into social media to be known on the streets, but not to be getting money in their bank accounts. If God gives you a gift like that, use it, utilize it. Why are you playing?
And there's so much that it can do. There's so much good to it. Like you said, it's like fire. You can cook your food on it,
Or
but
you
you can
can
also
burn
burn your
your
house
house.
down.
Yes. So Queen, you were saying something against what Dawa said about the connectivity?
I mean, the fact that one child has access to like 7 million or more people widespread is that you cannot control who your child accesses.
Very dangerous.
And there's a 95% chance that your child is going to come in contact with a pedophilia.
It depends on the age
Yeah.
and
With a
who
pedophile,
that
sorry.
child is.
Who the child is.
If that child is young, like let's say age of 15, okay. I don't think you need to have that access to.
You're forgetting the fact that we teenagers are curious.
Queen,
Exactly.
hold that thought. Let's go for a break and then we'll come back to that.
We'll be right back.
Tough Africa Global presents the new Tulip Gardens, strategically located in Jambanjeli, off the new Sikuto Jabang Highway. Tough Tulip Gardens is set to comprise of finished 2 to 4 bedroom houses and service plots in sizes ranging from 220 to 570 meters square. Unique features include water and electricity infrastructure, solar streetlights, all-weather roads, and scenic gardens. Deposit as low as $83,600 is only. We offer flexible payment plans, a 10-year mortgage plan with a 25% equity down payment in partnership with GT Bank, Trust Bank, and EcoBank, or an 18-month interest-free payment plan with only 20% deposit on the service plots. For more information, please contact 376-2333 or 776-2333 or visit our offices at Madiba Mall at Tough Bluefoot Gardens Estate opposite 5-Star Hotel.
Assalamu alaikum, mbokki Gambia, mbokki Sénégambia, waa Empire ma yónni ci yéen mbokki Gambia. ñu ne yéen a leen lebal ker ñu fay leen tamit moo waral nag ñu wàññi mboolem bagage bu ñu am biir Empire wàññi nañ toogu yi yëpp wàññi nañ toogu yi te toogu yi different kind of toogu lañ am ak different size ci toogu saal boo am amal nañ la toogoom cabinet boo am amal nañ la toogoom kon nag mbokki Gambia ñëw leen biir Empire ñu ñëw nag ci dining table yi jeeg ñaa ngi nii lii mooy dining table yi jeeg ñi te dining table yi dafa àndaa ay bagaasam yoo xam ne moom lañ laa jaayaale mu àndaa ak dining bi ak ay bagaasam dining bi li lay ànda moo lii moo ànda soo buggee télé boo mun a bugga saay sam bu emamaay ba ca toppa ak beneen ba toppa ca télé boobu soo ñëwee biir Empire fii di ko am kapet boo bugga Empire ko am different size ka kapet lañ leen amal façon yi kapet boo bugga soo duggee see biir Empire danga ko am ñoo leen biir Empire loo leen bugga at soo ñëwee Empire di ngeen ko fi gis price boo leen am di ngeen ko fi gis asalaamaaleykum.
The development of our Dalaba estate commenced in November 2018. Today, Dalaba comprises of over 350 affordable and quality homes with fenced and gated service plots. The estate boasts features such as surfaced dressed roads with interlocking bricks, solar street lights, and beautiful landscaping to be further complemented with 1,500 fruit trees. With accessibility to water and electricity, fenced service plot owners continue to develop their properties. Over 90% of the estate has been completed and handed over to their respective owners within a period of 24 months. Tough Africa Global has transformed a 20-hectare undeveloped plot into a fully functional residential estate, housing families comfortably. Tough Africa Global. Our experience is global, our focus is Africa. For information on any of our current and future developments, please call +220 776 2333 or 376 2333.
Before the break, I wanted to ask a question. We're saying all these bad things about social media. Mr. Sabali, I know social media has affected your life in a good way, if you like it or not.
How is social?
Huh?
How is social?
I'm sure. There is no way it didn't help in a particular way. It was through his motivational speaking or his political opinions sometimes, which are kind of too harsh.
He's not denying it.
So Mr. Sabali has...
I repeat, emphasize the too harsh part. Yeah, way too harsh on social media, Mr. Sabali.
So Mr. Sabali?
Thanks for the compliment.
Yeah, way too harsh.
Absolutely.
So you think when you're speaking the truth, you have to be harsh for people to get
Yes.
Absolutely. If you speak to a deaf person, you shout on the person so that he hears you loud and
a deaf person to hear you.
A deaf person to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
By gestures, I guess.
But honestly, has it affected your life in a particular way?
Well, I learned tons of things on social media. Like I do motivational speaking and writing.
Yeah, I've seen those.
But I learn from people also. I know people I learn from.
Old or young?
Well, mostly old. You have to be older, have more experience.
And which platforms do you use to spread your work?
Mainly Facebook.
Facebook.
But I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Insta a little bit, I'm on Twitter. I used to be on
You're
Google
very
Plus, but
That expired.
Google Plus, yeah. I
Yeah, that
stopped
expired.
using it.
Instagram.
But really, there are some great scholars who have Facebook pages. Sheikh Hamza Yusuf, for instance, one of my favorite Islamic scholars. I do follow him on Facebook. People like Rumi, who are dead, but they have a following, so they have people running Facebook pages on them. So I do my own thing, and I learn from individual friends also. I have this mathematics professor who taught me math at university. He now works and lives in the US. He has some really interesting books on science, on religion, on society, on everything. And I enjoy learning from him. And from the young people also, like
That's what I was waiting for.
waiting for
That's
it.
what I was waiting for.
I deal with young people, so I need to understand their psyche.
Their mindset.
So that I can be able to
Communicate
address
with
them. So I see young people, I see your bad behavior. It's like, okay, I know what you
But
do.
is it all bad?
Can I learn?
So
Don't
let him laugh. Don't let him laugh.
So I see your bad behavior. I keep that in mind. Next time you invite me for a motivational speech in your school, I'll go after you.
Wow.
But I see young people do good things also,
And you appreciate
I
it.
recognize and applaud that. Like occasionally I see a young person, Gambian in Turkey, in India, just graduated top of his class. I make sure I share it on my public figure page and congratulate you. I know some people, even if I like their post, they boy, somebody likes my post. I know that. So sometimes
Is that big?
it's bigger than celeb. It's influencer. But really, on a serious note, sometimes I just do that, and sometimes somebody loses a parent, a family member, and I go there and
Show condolences.
so
Sympathy.
it has those good aspects, but the bad ones there, because I'm on Insta, but normally I don't go to Insta to see what people do. I go and post on Insta and I go. I don't have time to scroll. But recently somebody showed me some girls on Insta doing some funny things just to get following.
That's
Apparently
clout
it's
chasing.
cool to have 20,000 followers, and so for some people you have got to do some stupid stuff.
But the thing that pains me, they get those 20,000 followers and they don't put it to use. I mean, they get the 20,000 followers and they don't put it to use.
I don't think they don't know that you can get money in social media.
They know.
Then why are they killing themselves?
Well, I don't think.
The fame,
Well, you know-
the attention, they just.
We've been
That's what they
talking
crave.
about.
Yeah, that's what they crave.
To be honest, I think you can't fully blame them for that.
Exactly. They don't-
It's the business community or even government using some of these social media personalities to spread the good word. I get paid.
Yeah.
I earn money on social media.
True, you see?
Yeah,
Not everybody knows
I
that.
earn money on social media, but that's because some businesses or interests that believe in me, because I'm the only Badibunga who doesn't run after money. You know, so yeah, really. But some business interests, they know I have a following. They believe in me. They, okay, can you do this for us? We'll pay you. I said, well, I would do it for you without paying. So if you're paying me, hallelujah.
So what advice do you have for those that have the following, but not the business?
Not just for those who have the following.
Yeah.
The businesses themselves, the government,
Exactly.
the NGOs.
Exactly.
You know, she has a 20,000 following. She doesn't know how to monetize it.
Exactly.
You have
Pay her some little money is better than
Exactly.
having a dry billboard here.
It's a both-win situation.
I feel like we've been talking so much about Instagram, we're forgetting about these people that go on YouTube and just disgrace Gambia. How do you go on YouTube? You don't have content, you don't have nothing. You're just going, hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel.
Sometimes they have the attention, they account.
But that is bad. And I think National Centre for Arts has something to play about that.
Exactly. It should be a
Yes.
National Centre for Arts has something to do with that.
She's mentioning government. And I think government has a role to play.
Yeah, they do. They're not educating.
They need to control.
Educate and perhaps
going on YouTube.
incentivize people.
That's right.
Like if she does something good and NCAC recognizes her, or maybe the COVID money they give her some, maybe she can also be motivated to do something similar or even something better. Whether we like it or not. This Mahmoud Sabali misbehaves on YouTube and I start showing all the bad things about my country. It's going to affect my country. Even the way I behave. So I think there's a lapse in terms of institutional support from mainstream media, like she said, which is affecting us government institutions.
That's right.
I think they need to monitor these things, and if you're doing wacky music on YouTube, maybe NCAC should send you to a music training school.
I think the tourism sector as well should understand that what goes on YouTube, what goes on Instagram, talking about the country affects the people that come to the country. Because honestly, if I was not in this country and I go on YouTube and I see somebody talking about, hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, I don't want to go there because it's like all the young people there don't have substance because those people are just if you're gonna go on YouTube channel, hello guys, welcome to my
And then all of them have the same content.
That's why you
They're not making it look appealing.
That's why you see the people that are doing the best, the people that are actually excelling on YouTube.
They're being shadow banned now because of
the
that.
black marks. They're actually being
They're being shadow banned. They're being because of the things that they do and because of the content listing. They're putting all other people's efforts and content to waste.
But those people that are excelling because they have good content.
They have good content
showing
here.
what is going on in the country.
You know now, especially during the COVID, there were so many YouTube channels. You couldn't even see which one is right and which one is wrong. They're just there. Oh, I saw a fan at traffic light. Boom. What do you mean fan?
And they're all doing the same thing.
They don't know.
They're all doing the same
like
thing.
I keep repeating, attention, like, it's cool with them.
So you don't know, is it my fault you don't know?
What they're showing to the world and now I'm smart cloud, my attention, they come.
That's bad.
Other people actually
It's actually bad. And they don't even know
they're
that.
researching before they do a YouTube video. They're working on it. They will research, they shoot before they should do anything.
But I want
properly.
to hear what Mr. Sabili has to say about cloud chasing, going on YouTube without content.
Just for content, just for
I
attention.
think it's bad, and it just shows the bojo culture in this country.
That's
that
it.
People feel they can do any wacky thing and get away with it. And
That's
They do. I love the
nobody will even be brave enough to
nobody
put
is
you
safe
in
there.
substandard.
Okay.
Yeah, let's celebrate this Gambia and support Gambia. You better do something worthy of
I don't support
otherwise I'm
substance-less things. Like,
Yeah,
I don't support the
people out
following.
here, they will do something bad and they expect
No,
since they know you.
Oh,
They
so
expect
you
you
don't
to
support
promote
your
it.
own. I don't promote the foolery.
And so they'll send you the links. They'll send you the
To
links.
them, they'll be like, you don't promote your own.
I'm not promoting
I can
it.
do
If
a
you
better
don't give
job
me something to
with a
promote,
with a single
promoting.
phone.
It's not that I don't want to see my own people go
I'm
forward.
not
I want
playing
to
shots
see-
there, just to emphasize on that. I'm not playing no shots.
I mean, I'm ready for the shade.
I mean, I'm not throwing shots.
So some of you YouTubers out there, you can do better.
I mean, you can do better than what you're showing out there, and I feel like that's why I'm not going to support.
You have to be ready for it. You just have to be ready for it.
Right now, if you go on YouTube, my age means, our age means, the youth right now.
Or
Mr. Sabat.
even kids younger than us.
What are you doing?
Kids younger than us.
YouTube one day with my father.
Okay, it doesn't. If you go on YouTube, let's say English YouTube, when I say English, England YouTube and our YouTube is so different.
So different.
There is
different
entertainment,
world.
politics, music that makes sense, and all that. Here, I'm playing shots now. Smash or pass, I can't remember how much.
That thing annoys me.
But I cannot even lie that.
Like they'll post a
Pictures
picture of a girl.
and that fuels insecurity because if you put a picture of a girl and you're like,
That's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's there.
be like smash or pass.
It's there. Most of them
Would
they do
you be
it.
with this girl? And you imagine you rate a girl like 4. How do you think that girl is feeling in her heart? Like,
Somebody's parents get involved.
It
got involved?
actually caused a problem.
bad.
Between person, they take you on YouTube and
Because
be like,
boys would
"You're
legit
ugly."
sit.
Don't say boys. Some boys.
Okay, some boys. When I say boy, I mean like it's more them that is doing smash up half than the
Is it
girls.
girls that are doing it? Just
It's
keep
more
it on.
boys. It's more
I
boys
went
than
and it's some boys.
Even girls did
Some
it.
YouTubers out here.
Yeah, some girls did it. Some girls did it.
They did?
Yeah, they did.
But I mean, I'm
They did.
sure they did it as a retaliation of the boys doing it because the boys started it.
How sure are you?
The boys started it.
Thank you, Mrs.
Foot to
Mrs.
foot.
Know-it-all.
The
Mrs.
boys
Allen.
started it. Wow.
It
Mahoa.
all leads to insecurity.
You know what? We're going to
Think
short
about it.
break. I will be right back.
Tough Africa Global presents the new Tulip Gardens, strategically located in Jambanjeli, off the new Sikuta Jabang Highway. Tough Tulip Gardens is set to comprise of finished 2 to 4 bedroom houses and service plots in sizes ranging from 220 to 570 meters square. Unique features include water and electricity infrastructure, solar streetlights, all-weather roads, and scenic gardens. Deposit as low as $83,600 is only. We offer flexible payment plans, a 10-year mortgage plan with a 25% equity down payment in partnership with GT Bank, Trust Bank, and EcoBank, or an 18-month interest-free payment plan with only 20% deposit on the service plots. For more information, please contact 376-2333 or 776-2333 or visit our offices at Madiba Mall at Tough Bluefoot Gardens Estate opposite 5-Star Hotel.
Assalamu alaikum, mbokki Gambia, mbokki Senegambia, waa Empire ma yónni ci yéen mbokki Gambia. ñu ne yéen a leen lebal ker ñu fay leen timis moo waral nag ñu wàññi mboolem bagage bu ñu am biir Empire wàññi nañ toogu yi yëpp wàññi nañ toogu yi te toogu yi different kind of toogu lañ am ak different size ci toogu saal boo am amal nañ la toogoom cabinet boo am amal nañ la toogoom kon nag mbokki Gambia ñëw leen biir Empire ñu ñëw nag ci dining table yi dining table yi jeeg ñaa ngi nii lii mooy dining table yi jeeg ñi te dining table yi dafa àndaa ay bagaasam yoo xam ne moom lañ laa jaayaale mu àndaa ak dining bi ak ay bagaasam dining bi li lay ànda moo lii moo ànda soo buggee télé boo mun a bugga saay sam bu bu emamaay ba ca toppa ak beneen ba toppa ca télé boobu soo ñëwee biir Empire fii di ko am kapet boo bugga Empire nga ko am different size ka kapet la ñeen amal façon yi kapet boo bugga soo duggee see biir Empire da nga ko am ñoo leen biir Empire loo leen bugga soo ñëwee Empire di ngeen ko fi gis price boo leen am di ngeen ko fi gis asalaamaaleykum.
The development of our Dalaba estate commenced in November 2018. Today, Dalaba comprises of over 350 affordable and quality homes with fenced and gated service plots. The estate boasts features such as surfaced dressed roads with interlocking bricks, solar street lights, and beautiful landscaping to be further complemented with 1,500 fruit trees. With accessibility to water and electricity, fenced service plot owners continue to develop their properties. Over 90% of the estate has been completed and handed over to their respective owners within a period of 24 months. Tough Africa Global has transformed a 20-hectare undeveloped plot into a fully functional residential estate, housing families comfortably. Tough Africa Global. Our experience is global, our focus is Africa. For information on any of our current and future developments, please call +220 776 2333 or 376 2333.
Welcome back to the Unspoken. Before the break, we had Dabo talking about the effects that some of the content that we post has on people.
Don't sugarcoat it. The YouTubers out there, yeah, they're just sugarcoating it. Yes,
Why
I'm
are
not
you
saying
sugarcoating
that all your contents are bad. Just some, you guys are not thinking about the effects it has on your viewers.
Yeah.
You cannot be out here, let's say my sister, and you judge her on YouTube. I'll be pissed.
Without her
You'll be
consent.
degrading her. She'll feel
Degrading her as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's just not nice.
No, if they put their own sisters there.
They would not do that. They're not exactly.
You don't
I
actually
think
like
some
that.
of these really distasteful things on social media is just a symptom of mental laziness. Just to create really mature,
If they're really
and
creative,
creative content, you may need to do research, you may need to work harder. So
They don't do that.
It's just a sign of mental laziness, and we should just cut it.
But I'm not
Don't
gonna
do that.
I'm not gonna throw all of them to the
Because
dirt.
some people
Well,
Some,
we
yeah.
There's
know
some
you're
great
afraid,
ones.
you don't
Some
want
of them are really
backlash,
good.
but
Yeah, I don't
the
want
thing is,
smoke.
we
That's
say,
comfort.
we say
I don't
it
want
is
any.
as it is. That kind of thing is just wrong.
It's
Yeah,
bad.
no,
Go on
obviously that
that
is
social media
considered
and put young
cyberbullying.
people
Yeah.
down.
It's considered
unacceptable,
cyberbullying. It's just-
regardless of where it's coming from. I'm
True.
saying it's nonsense.
Yeah, it is. It's cyberbullying. It's unfair.
I mean, then that boils down to the fact that did they really start YouTube because they wanted to, or they started it because they wanted to hop on the trend?
They wanted to hop on the trend,
trend.
and
I
they
think
wanted
that
to
they
get
don't
some
know
of that
about.
money.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
you. And
Like
that
he
boils
says, you have
Just
to
to get
listen before you
monetized.
do a particular
That
video.
goes back to, I think us as young people, before we start up saying things, research. Find out about what you're getting yourself into. Build up yourself to be what you're meant to be on that platform. Because once you don't do that, you're going to go, I'll be like, no, wait, this is not even what I wanted to do in the first place. And then you're going to, what you have found out about what you want to do is enough motivation to keep you going every day.
Yeah, but this, yeah, no, go on.
It all has to do with young people developing themselves mentally, psychologically, culturally. Because this whole internet thing is about content, but you cannot give out what you don't have.
True.
I do motivational speeches, I write essays, but I listen to more motivational speeches and I
you
read
give out.
more than I
Yeah,
write.
yeah, exactly.
Lord Jangu Dokotari.
That's
So
it,
young people
that's
should know
it.
that they need to go to school, one, to get that academic mental framework, to be able to have those skills to go out there and research and refine and be creative about content. And even that is not just enough. You got to find out where your interest lies, where your talent is.
Exactly.
And if you focus on something that you are interested in, you will never be exhausted.
Yeah.
But if you just want to go in because Davo did something funny and
You also
his
wanna
work
do
is
it.
trending,
You also wanna do
Davo
it.
has some innate talent in the area
You
of
have
humor.
to know what works for you.
So, no, this Abali is not funny, I'm too serious. So I decided to go into motivational speaking. So I do my research on that.
Yeah, so let's talk more
to
about the
each their
solutions.
own.
Now, but to talk to the viewers,
Don't
yes.
pretend to be what you are not. Find your talent, find your passion. Once you create a path in that, you will never be exhausted. And
Exactly.
you will not be tempted to go and do silly stuff like bringing people down just to get likes. And these things, there is a natural law in the universe. It will boomerang. You get back what you give out.
Exactly.
You go and bring down somebody's sister.
So we bring down your own.
To go back to the
Hopefully
viewers.
not your sister, but yourself.
To go back, excuse me, to go back to the viewers, yes, we might be talking about social media like, we all use it here. I use it.
I use it.
I
I
use
use
I'm
it
trying to
every
build
day.
up my
Entertainment for different things. For this show, we had to do a little research. We use social media.
But they know you are on social media, so
Yeah,
why are
actually
you
no.
telling
No,
me
like
this?
I use it properly.
Why are you
Before
telling
anything, I'm
them
all
this?
So before
against
you think
it.
we're being hypocritical, like
Exactly.
we don't use
Sure,
it.
that we're using,
Why are you
but
bothered about their opinion?
No,
no,
because
they have to
It
understand.
matters. It matters. They have to understand.
Oh, okay, so it gets to you also.
I mean, it gets to everybody.
I'm
But I
human.
think
might
I'm a
not
little
think-
bit
you
more
might not
unbothered.
worry about what people think about you. Don't care what people think about you.
Yeah, so like, can we talk about the steps we could take to like?
Right.
Like, sincere to conclude
Yes.
the whole thing.
Right.
It looks like you're sleeping through it. I just made a whole sermon about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you did, but
I
like,
just-
I'm
I
kind of like
just
referring to
want,
us
Well,
to the
let's
whole.
hear from you. Maybe you have some ideas.
Right.
Well, for the insecurity part, I just think that you have to know yourself.
Right.
Because you can't go into the internet there and see someone over there with this. Like, you just have to be content.
And
you
know
see?
that everything you're seeing.
And that
Yeah,
comes
exactly.
from the home.
You see, it comes from the home, exactly.
Loyal.
Yeah,
From
but
the home I'm from.
There's something called FOMO, the fear of missing out.
Yeah.
It happens to me. It happens to all of you. Let's say you are home in bed and I'm at
Party.
table
Yeah,
with a group
right.
of friends
Right.
having a good time, and you see it on Instagram. You be like,
Right.
hey, where are these people? Hang on, they're chilling and I'm not.
Exactly.
So they have to know that some things just
And parents do have a big role to play with that.
they don't know that they
I
are
keep
doing it.
saying it. Educate your children.
But
Talk
they
to
don't
your
know
children.
to build a mover.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now,
I
parents.
think your role might even be more important than the parents.
Exactly. Since
Let
we are young,
them
we
know
can
that
tell
if
them.
you are sitting in this nice sofa today, it doesn't mean it happens every day. Every hour.
Exactly.
That's right.
Like if
I sit on
these
the floor
kids
too.
are chilling at
True. You sit on the
aquariums,
floor.
it doesn't mean it happens every day. If I'm wearing a nice shirt today, I don't do it
Every day.
Sometimes the kind of shirts I wear, I don't even want you to see it. This is the reality of life.
Yes.
Not
Man, nobody will see me clothes.
And social media is
on
virtual,
social
not
media.
reality.
Yeah.
It's a virtual life, it's not true.
Virtual.
I know
Well,
some people who
stays there.
there are these things you'll find on the Facebook sometimes, like somebody who has a slay queen profile, but the real picture of the person lying down in a room
disheartening.
without even a bed and a mattress.
Catfish.
I think these are good. How do you call it?
Catfish.
Catfish.
It's like
Catfish, yeah.
on the internet, on social media,
And that even
you're
became
all
a challenge.
super rich,
Right.
beautiful, or sorry, I'm not sexist, handsome or everything, but behind that
Reality.
phone and everything, you're not.
You're something
Yeah,
else.
so
You're homeless or
reality
something.
can be different from what people show on social
Definitely.
media. I think
They should know the
it's about
difference.
people being content and accepting their lives. It
Hamsa
doesn't mean
Bob.
you'll be complacent.
Hamsa
You can
Bob.
aspire for glitter and glamour, but just to know that Beyonce was once a poor, ugly girl out there without the
You're
makeup.
not ugly. You just don't have money.
You know, I was pretty skeptical about having just one guest on set and just 4 of us. I'm like, how's this going to go? But I feel like Mohamed Sabali handled it well, and that's hands up. Applaud to say.
Jay-Z was once a street hustler.
He's still ugly
exactly.
though, but I thought you were gonna say ugly.
So,
He's ugly.
Anna and Queen, so what other methods
Who
do
is
you
ugly?
think?
Jay-Z.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I don't know.
Hey.
Yeah, but
Rich men are never
I'm ugly too. You're
His pocket is, wow, bro.
Yeah, but okay, but then, like you said, the self-worth.
Yeah.
They should actually know and appreciate themselves and
Yeah.
know that your life and the other person's life is
But
different.
the thing is, I feel like we need to emphasize on the fact that it's not easy to do this.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a
A
lot
lot
easier
goes
said than done.
into loving yourself. You need to understand love in itself before you can love yourself. And
That's right.
sometimes you're not even raised in a household that there's love. Like there's not that aspect of love there. So you don't really know how exactly am I supposed to love myself? Why should I love myself?
It's something that you have to teach
That's
yourself.
something that
Exactly.
happened previously in the show.
So-
He said they actually care what they think.
I love the energy that Mohamed Sabali brought to the show today. Like, even though it was just him, he managed to balance out the energy.
I like the way he thinks.
Yeah.
Although it's hard for me to think like that, but
Well, it takes a lot of years. And
it's
a
not
lot of
easy.
True.
Just
books and lectures and real life experience.
to
But
know
for
that.
me,
Yeah.
for the age cohort we're talking about, go to school, learn something in school. Don't just go through school.
To
Let
pass.
school go through you.
True.
Because like personally, I
Wow.
did a lot of research to build my own philosophy and psychology. But I had at least a very good high school education, so I can read books. Because any problem that you have in the world, the solution is in book. Somebody's gone through it.
Sure.
Yeah.
But if you go through school just on social media, you cannot even read and understand.
Cannot write proper
stuff.
letter.
How do you build yourself? Because back then our grannies sit us at this time around bonfires and tell us these stories
Stories.
that build us our life,
Things,
our
things,
outlook on
things
life.
are changing now.
We don't have that anymore.
Okay, but
We don't
Mr.
even want to listen to
Mr.
our
Sabali,
grannies if
what-
you don't, but at least get the skills to read
Yeah.
or listen to some enlightening lecture on YouTube.
What are
90% of the time I spend on YouTube, I'm either listening to Quran or listening to lectures. Really, really enriching content.
Yeah, actually,
I think it's important-
Okay, I would not lie to nobody. I don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not lie to nobody. But Mr. Sabali,
I mean-
Try it, it works.
no, I do it sometimes, but
I
you
watch
say
a
that's
lot
the only
of
thing
just
you do.
documentaries and
What
that,
I'm
but-
driving it here is we have things that help us to develop that self-worth and self-esteem.
Yeah.
Right.
They're breaking away. There have to be substitutes.
Yeah,
So
that's
you
right.
listen to one Jizzle, one ST, but
The
the
rest of
third
your
one,
life.
listen to some
Malcolm X
motivational
or Martin
speech.
Luther King. But
True.
since we're in the last segment of the show, what advice do you have for the youth at home? Although it might look like that I don't rate the guy, Mr. Sabali, but I'm a huge fan. I love all the things he does. He's just inspirational. Maybe a little bit too harsh sometimes, but I'm a huge fan. For social media.
Final advice.
Final advice.
Advice.
Yes.
Harsh advice.
Harsh.
Nothing sugar
Hit it
nothing.
hard.
I think all of us also have like
Well, if you're telling me what to tell them, you are caging me. My hashtag is can't cage me.
Okay, don't
sorry.
kid. We're not caging
My
you.
advice is social media can be used for good or bad. Use it for good. Use it to build relations, not tear down relations.
True.
Use it to nurture and support each other, not to bully each other
Yeah.
and expose each other's
That's right.
nude pictures. That's really bad. And for all of you to know, whatever you give out there, you get back. This is a natural law. You go on social media, cyberbullying, a bully is waiting for you somewhere.
That's karma.
You build your social media success in destroying people,
You'll be destroyed.
It's waiting for you.
Destruction is
Your
waiting
time shall
at the
come
very
one day.
gate
It's
of your
waiting for you.
success. So I mean, it's the golden rule, man. Do unto others as you would expect them to do
To you. That's right.
I mean, before we end, I think it's important that we explain to people that we know it's hard to do these things. We know it's hard to
happening in
love
our lives as
yourself.
well.
It happens to us.
Like,
Exactly, we're facing these
challenges.
challenges. So I don't want anybody to feel like we're saying it from a stance of we don't understand. We understand because we're going through this, and this is why we're coming to say these things.
Exactly.
Until next time, and until the next episode.
The Unspoken.
bye for now.
We outside.
The Unspoken.
Take
See
care.
you next time.
Stay tuned.